Once you feel like you have enough research to at least get started on your newsletter, you can start setting up the basics in it. You can always go back and do more research later, but by Wednesday I would hope that you would at least be starting the newsletter. We're going to be creating it in Microsoft Word because that program allows us more flexibility to move information around on a piece of paper than Google Docs does. So for my computer, it's down here at the bottom. You guys are going to have to hit your flag and type in Word. And either way, you need to start a blank new document. So I've got this white piece of paper, and this is where I will start my newsletter. Now I remember in my newsletter that I need to have some sort of title. So I'm going to put that at the very top. Now I want you to remember that just like in Photoshop, we use layers. In Microsoft Word, we're going to use boxes. So instead of having a new layer for every chunk of text, you're going to have a new box. So from here, I'm going to go up to my text boxes. Every one of us has a slightly different computer, so that's going to make this a challenge. Mine's up here on the top. Yours may be under somewhere up here you have insert. You might have the option to insert a text box. Here's mine right here. So I encourage you to help each other out to try to find where all of these little tools are. So I've created my new document. I'm going to insert my title. And I want to make my title catchy so that people want to read my newsletter. So if I make it long, if I say something like overpopulation of dogs and cats in Fresno County, nobody is going to want to read it. So I came up with a catchy title. I'm going to call it The Pet Problem. And because this is a title, I want to increase the size of it. It needs to go all the way across the top. I like to play with the number. Oh, that's too large. I think I'm going to change this. Okay. And because we have the luxury of we're not printing these out, we can make them colorful. And I think okay, that color works for me. Okay, so I have my title. That's my first box. Please notice also that when I hover over it, I have this little crosshairs, and I have the ability to move my box. I even have the ability, I think right here, I can rotate my box. So if you wanted your title to be slightly on an angle, you can rotate it. So right now, before I get too much farther into this, I'm going to save it. Remember, Word isn't like Google Docs. It does not save automatically for you. So I'm going to save it with my last name, and I'm going to call it Newsletter. And I'm going to save to the desktop because at the end of the day, I'm going to upload this to my drive. So hopefully that is enough to help you at least get started in Word and at least put your title in.